What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Samp&Chance. I'm your host, Bobby Sampson, joined as always, my man with the master plan, Mr. Chance Michaels. Happy Thursday, brother. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Can't complain, man. Here we go. Weather is cold, but it's starting to warm up here on the West Coast a little bit, it seems, right? So yeah, I can't complain. I'm happy. Go, 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 go. Nothing stops ever, man.
No, it doesn't.
Grinding, grind, grind. If it's not one thing, it's another. But hey, you know
Absolutely.
what? We keep moving. I wish people could see how much we keep moving. I don't think people understand.
No, they don't. But
And
we keep the show going. We keep everything moving, right?
100%. As you can see, I'm in a makeshift studio now. I have this studio that I'm in, and I also have my home studio. So get used to it. I don't know where I'm going to be at any time. So I made it possible. So wherever I am, I have a place to record.
Well done. Yep, ready to roll.
Got to get it done, brother man. Got to get it done. All
Exactly.
right. So we have, and this is probably my fault to a certain extent, we have been neglecting the boxing scene a little bit. Last couple of weeks, like I said, we've been dealing some personal things and whatnot. But you know what? Let's get back into it. I think we were okay outside of the Jake Paul fight. We didn't miss too much in
Not
terms
really,
of
no.
releasing anything to anybody. So that was a blessing in disguise, perhaps. But you know what? We're picking up. This is the last, I guess, quarter. We're going to get the biggest fights now
Oh
coming up
yeah.
here in the next little while. So let's get right into it, my friend. We have part two, Naavarrete Valdez, number two. There goes the timer. There we go. It's up and ready to go. Guy, I am looking forward to this fight. Honestly, if part one was anything, part two is just going to be a barn burner. Here's what I'm looking for, though. In that first fight, Navarrete was just pounding him with a flurry of punches. Oscar's high guard cost him because his body, his midsection got pummeled. Has he learned from that? Will he be able to come back from that? How is he going to defend against that? That's the first thing I think about. The interesting thing here, I also see, if you look at the fights leading up to this, Navarrete's lost his last two fights.
I know. Yeah.
He's lost the last two fights. What was one split decision, and one was
I can't remember the second was
unanimous
split or unanimous, but he's lost two in a row.
split and unanimous decision. He's lost two in a row. Yet here he is going for a title shot. Whereas Oscar came off a win against Liam,
Hmm.
right?
He
So
did.
here we go. What do you think, man? I think Navarrete is going to win.
Yeah, styles make fights, and I think he's just too long, too lanky, and too powerful for Valdez. I actually think Navarrete's going to stop him. I'm thinking like round 80, or I think he's going to come up punching. The last time was a Mexican War, and we're going to see that again. These guys come at it. I think he's just too big, too strong, too lanky. I think Valdez is he'll be a game competitor, but I just think he's going to take too many shots in the midsection. He's going to have the high guard again. Navarrete's going to beat him on the body. He's going to drop his guard, open it up for the head. And I think round 8, my prediction is Navarrete's going to end this second fight and come out top of the winner. But it's going to be a war, though. It won't be easy.
Yeah, yeah, you
Valdez
talked
has to
about
come out
that.
firing. He can't be fighting backwards. He needs to come forward.
No, no, he
Easier
has
said than done.
no, no. Well, okay. First off, Navarrete is 4 years younger. He's
Yeah,
29 years old.
yeah.
He's got two inches height. 2 inches on height on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's also got 6 inches in length, like you were
That makes
saying,
a big
right?
difference. That's
Well,
hard for Valdez to get
that's a
in.
huge difference, right? And he's a pressure fighter. Can he maintain that though? What's his see? This is the psychology part. I'm thinking you're coming off of two losses. So how are you going to come into this fight against a guy who has confidence that he's already won his last fight
Well, I
coming
think
in?
Navarrete has the mental edge because he's already beat him.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be even more hungry, Navarrete, to finish this guy off, shut him up, get back in the winning track, take a
Yeah.
belt from Valdez, and we'll see what happens. But it's going to be a war. These guys just have great chemistry together, and they're going to come out swinging. And the fans are, no matter who wins this fight, the fans are going to win because these guys are they're Mexican warriors, and they define the definition of Mexican boxing. Warriors. They come at it, stand there, and they bang and they smash. And it's going to be this is a great fight card, man. The top two fights here are going to be amazing. It's free. It's on ESPN, TSN in Canada. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
forward to
no,
this night.
this is a great
Top
one.
rank card.
And no, I'm looking forward to it because I mean, if you think about this fight and the co-main event, in essence, this has ramifications for all four guys.
Mm,
You could potentially see the winner of both these fights, you know, um, coming in together. And
possible.
the winner, sorry, the winners actually fighting each other at some point here, right?
Yeah.
But let's move on to that co-main event because that one's also a cracker of a match. Let's get the clock started here. Here we have Espinoza against Robeisy, part 2. Your thoughts on it, brother?
Part one was great. Part one was great. They both knocked each other down. Um, and Espinoza got the decision. So, Ramirez thought he won. I thought Espinoza won. Espinoza's undefeated. He's 25-0. Here's a
Yeah,
couple keys of the fight. Espinoza is 6'1".
yeah,
Ramirez is only 5'6".
yeah,
That's a big height gap. It's
yeah.
5-6 inches there. So it's so hard to get on Espinoza. He's just so lanky. But these guys go hard, man. Like you could have went the fight either way. I thought Espinoza won, but Ramirez is saying he won.
Mhm.
Ramirez knocked him down first. Espinoza came back late rounds, knocked him down, started dominating him. That's how he won the fight. The last few rounds.
Well, it was that
This is going
12th
to be a
round that got
war.
him the victory.
What's that?
That 12th round got him the
Oh
victory,
yeah. He came all
right?
out, and
Right.
so you could say Ramirez, you lost the fight because you didn't come out in the last couple rounds there, and he stole the fight from you. So
Yeah.
this fight, I don't know, this is 50-50 because these guys both knock each other down. I mean, I favor Espinoza by a little bit, but I wouldn't be shocked if Ramirez wins. He's a little guy. He's the underdog here. I'm looking forward to this fight, man. Who do you got in this?
Well, I'm going Espinoza as well. I think again he just has more power, and based on the first fight, I mean, if you think about it, he got lucky in that 5th round. If he learns from anything, he learns more. He has to be a bit more defensive, in my opinion. He almost got knocked down.
He dropped his hands and got smashed
Right.
there. Yeah,
And he almost got smashed and almost got knocked down in that 5th round. It could have been all over in that 5th round, and we could be talking about a different fight. In fact, this fight probably wouldn't have happened if that happened. You know what I mean? But because he just wore him out. He wore him out till the end. He depleted
He
him
was
and he
relentless. He's like, I'm taking this fight.
yeah. So I think Espinosa is going to win it. I think he just has a little bit more in him. Rosby saying that he's coming back. He's got a different mentality, and maybe he does. Who knows? Maybe this sets up a third fight. But as far as I can see it right now, I don't see any difference in it. I just think the pressure, I think the constant punches and the flurry of punches that come from Espinosa. I don't know. I don't know if Rosby has the cardio to withstand that again.
He's gonna have to. Well, he got him first fight. He got him down early. He knocked him down the first time. He let his foot off the gas. Espinoza seen that opening and turned that up. So this time, if he can knock him down again, he's got to stay on it. Got to keep his foot on the gas. Like you said, I think he punched himself out. He started getting a little fatigued. Maybe he thought that he had him because he already knocked him down, and he got knocked down himself. So I don't know what to expect in this fight because these guys are wild.
To get knocked down in the championship rounds weighs more than getting knocked down in any other round. You get knocked down in the 11th and the 12th, especially the 12th, that's almost a 10-7 round.
Yeah.
It's the championship round. So, I think this, I don't think we're going to get the exact same fight, but I just have a feel Espinoza wants to prove something and end this thing.
Yeah, I don't see this one going to decision. I think Espinoza can stop him maybe round 9, maybe round 10. But I wouldn't be shocked if Ramirez wins either. I mean, these guys, they both want it.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be
I think Espinoza split decision.
I got him round 9 stopping Ramirez. So we'll see what happens.
There we go, man. I'm looking forward to this card. Probably the best card of the week. We have a lot going on, guys and girls, in terms of boxing this week. There's a lot of cards going on, but we just picked this one specifically because this seems to have the most sizzle and power behind it. This card's taking place in Phoenix, Arizona.
Footprint
flight capital.
Footprint Center.
The Footprint Center, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in there. It's a nice arena.
Could hold up to 18,000 people. I don't think they're gonna get that many for this fight, but
no.
Phoenix
is becoming a hub, man.
Yeah,
for boxing. It truly is. A lot of good fights are happening out that way now.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go out to Phoenix one day and catch a fight.
Yeah. So it's a beautiful, beautiful place, Arizona.
Yeah. Have you been?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, I went to the Eagles game with my buddy 10 years ago. Yeah.
Very cool. What do you think of that stadium?
It's a good stadium, and the tailgating out there is so fun. It's always nice weather. Scottsdale, so fun.
Yeah,
lots to do there.
We were there for WrestleMania 10.
Oh, nice.
And we were still there. So the next week I was there for the football game. Very different environment, but what a beautiful stadium.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, Arizona's
beautiful
fun.
Stadium. All right, man. Let us move on to what we saw this week. Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk. Man, this fight is only a few weeks away now. Maybe a couple weeks by the time you see this. Who knows, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we had the face-to-face, and we also had the promo released. Let's talk about it, Mr. Michaels. First off, that face-to-face, everything that we have been talking about, things that I've been saying specifically, Tyson Fury is a very different man coming into this fight. He's humble, he's reserved, he's showing humility, sorry.
Mhm.
I don't know if you saw those things, but man, what a different side of Tyson Fury that we have seen in the last 5 to 6 years. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, he's dialed in. And like he said, no excuse for his last training camp. I had a good training camp. He's like, I thought I won. I didn't get the decision. Hats off to him, kind of thing. One thing I will say, Usyk is a weird looking dude. He always got weird hair and he's got this like, looks like he's a assassin the way he's dressing. Like, it's good entertainment. I love it. Don't get me wrong. He's a strange looking guy. Great guy, but he's a weird looking dude. Always
Fair
looks
enough.
strange.
He's
And
got those
that's
fidgety eyes. Those
yeah,
little
he's got
those
those weird eyes like that.
yeah.
But that trailer, the promo trailer, it's 2 minutes. If you guys haven't seen that, that's a cinematic masterpiece.
That's
Whoever produced
insane.
that, WWE needs to hire that guy or
Yeah.
girl because that is brilliant. Him and
All
Usyk,
those
they have such good chemistry together. Like, this is just a brilliant fight, and I'm so excited for it. Frank Warren is there. He got a little bit heated at Todd Grisham. He's like, "Hey, that's not going to happen," because Todd Grisham was talking about Fury's dad headbutting the person in their camp. That's not going to happen. And Warren kind of got a little bit, But like Todd Grisham said, this is a face off. I'm going to ask the questions that you guys want to hear. But great face off, and
yeah.
Fury's pawing around a little bit. He's like, "Oh, you're sexy." He's an ugly guy, or nobody thinks he's sexy. He's been playing with him a little bit, but
And that was the extent of it,
fine.
but that's the most that we saw of an old Tyson Fury of the last 5 6 years. This is what makes it scary. Like you said, you already thought that Tyson was going to win. After watching that, I have a feeling the same thing. We're going to get a third fight.
It
You know what I
has to
mean?
be. It's just too good not to.
It's this is going to end up with Tyson Fury knocking him out probably in the 8th or 9th round. I mean, it's early to make a prediction, but man, based on that trailer alone, the
This is so good.
that
I
they
love that trailer.
used
That's
and
great.
all of it, the way it flowed. But I mean, Tyson showing respect, Tyson owning it.
Yeah.
To be fair, the only thing that probably was heavy in the man's mind was that his fact that his wife was miscarrying back home.
Yeah.
Now, they didn't talk about that. They never
No, he
mentioned
didn't. He said no excuse, but that definitely hurt him. Yeah.
right? That never was mentioned once. Up until maybe a month ago that it came
Yeah, we
to
never
light,
knew about that.
right? So, I still say that Tyson lost that fight. I don't care. I mean, he
Yeah, I think
lost,
he did a close one, but yeah.
right? I mean, but at the end of the day, I think the most telling point of it was you had your chance to knock me out and you didn't.
Yeah.
And the fact that Tyson is saying it's all complacency. I felt his power and I got lazy in the
Yeah, he
ring.
called it a punch from the gods.
Yes, I felt
That's
it.
funny.
But and it probably did hurt, right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
he's been in there with some of the hardest hitters in the game
Ever
ever,
live. Yeah.
right? So just from that perspective alone, I mean, to say that little guy has power, and I don't mean to call him a little guy, but I
For the
mean,
heavyweights, he's literally 6'3" for the average guy, but for the heavyweights, he's
exactly,
small. Yeah.
exactly. When you're standing against Tyson Fury, you still look like a little guy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, right? But man, this is going to be a great fight. But that
Oh,
being
yeah.
said, we can't discount Usyk either.
He always finds a way to win against the
Right.
big guys.
I mean, if you think about it, going into Joshua too, everyone thought, oh, Joshua's going to win. Joshua's going to redeem himself now that he's been in there with him.
Nope.
But he couldn't get it done. And there is still that possibility. How many times have we, not us per se, maybe us a little bit sometimes, have doubted this guy every
I
time
doubt
he
him
is
with
in the
Fury.
ring,
I thought Fury was going to win, so he proved me wrong.
right?
Simple.
But he proved me wrong against Joshua. He proved me wrong against Joshua twice. I mean, how can you go against this guy right now?
If
How can you?
Usyk can beat Fury here, either next fight or win the trilogy, he will go down as he's going to go down as one of the greatest boxers ever. He has to be. Top 10, top 15 of all time. If he can finish the Fury off,
yeah,
has to be. He's beating up giants.
I believe if Usyk wins here, he retires.
There's nothing else to prove. Yeah.
Well, he says he might go back down to cruiserweight or whatever, but I don't see any reason for him to do that. You walk away. Like he's saying he only
undefeated.
Undefeated, right? You walk away, you're done.
Beating all the best heavyweights they put in front of you, beat them all.
And if
if
I'm Anthony Joshua, I'm hoping that Usyk wins because in his mind, if he retires, that opens the door for him to get back in somehow.
He wants to fight Tyson, and I love what Tyson Fury said. I don't hate the man. He made me millions of dollars. I love the
exactly.
Guy.
No, but it was.
I'm glad he's being honest. What I'm saying.
Yeah. Look, if you think about it, for the most part, yeah, there are guys that are heated with each other. There's guys that don't like each other, right? If that Canelo Benavidez fight ever happens, that fight is going to be based on pure hatred and malice. But 90% of the guys that fight each other, they don't have any issue
If
with
you
each other.
thanks for saying that. If you look the way Fury, if you look the way Usyk smiles at Fury, he loves it. He loves entertainment. Yeah, they want to beat the crap out of each other. Don't get me wrong,
It's
but there's no
business.
real bad blood here. They respect each
No,
other, and they're good dance partners. And
no, and they
the
respect.
face-offs are great, and the promos are insane. I've never seen such a good promo in boxing before. Holy cow! Who's
Well,
writing
I
that
mean,
stuff?
all the Riyadh season promos have been amazing.
Yeah, who's producing these? This guy needs to go to WWE or AEW. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm
Again,
calling this guy or girl up. Hey, you want to work for me? I'll give you whatever you want.
I think Tony
Brilliant.
Khan is the only guy that has no deal or interactions with Turkish. None.
Stupid.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's missing out on a boat here, but then Turkish isn't stupid either. He probably sees what's happening over here, and it makes no sense,
Yeah.
right, for him to work with him. So, speaking of Turkish, though, this is probably the best segue to get into this last round. I just want to bring this up here so we can take a look at it together. Pardon me. Ladies and gentlemen, Riyadh season has done it again. Yeah, I'm going to say they've done it again.
Mhm.
Man, February 22nd, we have some time before this card actually happens, but let's talk about it briefly, man. What a killer card. They're calling this the final, what is it called?
The last crescendo.
The last crescendo. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. The last crescendo highlighted main event better be Vival Part 2. I didn't think that was going to happen that fast, but the rest of this card, if I can quickly break it
Yes,
down,
please do.
Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, Shakur Stevenson, Floyd Schroeder, Schofield, sorry, Carlos Adam against Hamaz Shiraz, Virgil Ortiz against Israel Madharov, Joshua Bautista against Callum Smith, and the boogeyman of the heavyweight division, Zilang Zhang, against Ajit A. Abilia. Wow.
And I got to say one more thing. That's an action-packed card. Probably the best boxing card that I can think of in recent memory. Every one of these guys on this card is a known fighter. Maybe Callum's like the least known guy, and he's pretty well known. The good thing about what Turkish has done here, it's not just all him. Top Rank,
Yeah.
Golden Boy,
Yeah.
PBC, and Matchroom. All their fighters are on here. This is a super card of all the best boxing motions. Like he said, for the next 2 years, I'm going to work with everybody. And he brought everybody together. Bob Arum, De La Hoya,
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn. All these guys are putting their fighters in here. And
I
this
think
is how it always should have been.
I believe that Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya tried to hold out as long as they possibly could. That's my opinion. They held out as long as they possibly could to avoid working with Turkish.
Of course. I don't blame them.
But they can't now, right? I think the odd man out in all of this is Al Heyman still.
PBC,
Yeah,
they got PBC guys
they
on
do.
here.
They got a couple PBC guys on there, but I still think he's the one who's losing out on the most here.
Yeah.
In terms of, because I don't think that Amazon deal is working for them.
No, it's not working out because you still got to. It's not like the WWE network, you know what I mean? Or the WWE on Netflix. This is totally different. They're not giving them any money. So you can use our platform, but people still got to pay for it. Well, these are the WWE. If you get Netflix subscription, everything's included. So Heyman made a bad
it's not
deal.
even that. It's not even that. They're not helping with the purses.
I know.
Showtime helped with the purses, right? HBO helped with the purses. So, they're totally missing out on all of it. But man, this card is crazy. The one fight that I'm kind of curious about, I rather have seen Ortiz versus Shakur myself.
Yeah.
I think that would have been more of an exciting fight.
Everybody's saying Boots is dodging Virgil Ortiz. I don't think he is, but that's what they're saying.
I think that him fighting Floyd Schofield is a safe fight.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Let's get him back up there.
Right? It's just get him back up in the game. Not that he lost or anything, but I mean, when you can't even when you have a lower attendance than AEW in the same
because he's got no
fought,
charisma, he's got no appeal.
Right? And I love the kid. Don't get me wrong. We got to see him live.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see him and Oscar fight. So I mean, it's not that I don't enjoy him. I don't enjoy what he does in the ring.
But he's not going to bring the masses to the screen.
And that was proven. And that was proven with that last one. That's why he left Top Rank. That's why
this Better BF Bivol fight. I want Better BF to win. Probably I'd cheer for him a little bit more. I like Bivol too. Probably Bivol's going to win. We're probably going to see a trilogy out of this too.
Well, I think now that this is the beauty of it. Once you've kind of fought each other, you have a better understanding. And a lot of people thought that Bivol won the first fight. Really? I mean,
Yeah.
there's no shortages of people who still believe that to this day. I probably walked out of that fight watching it initially thinking the same thing. But
I
in
give a slight
hindsight,
edge to better Biev, but if Bivol won, I wouldn't have complained.
no, no, no. But that's what I'm saying. It could have gone either way. But
Yeah.
it's that fight in particular was such a fight where you had to go back and watch it maybe once or twice again
Mm-hmm.
to say, okay, I can see how better Beef won.
Mm-hmm.
It
I will
was
say this early
really,
prediction right now: Daniel Dubois is going to knock out Joseph Parker.
dude, I'm looking forward to that fight because both those guys have done amazing work in the last 6 to 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be that easy,
It won't be easy. No, but he'll
right?
get
It's
him.
not going to look like what Dubois did to Joshua,
Yeah, that was bad.
right? That was a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
If we're doing our review show, that would be the surprise fight of the year.
I predicted that one though, but yes, it was. I didn't think that was going to happen quite that easy, but it did. Dubois beast, and he's young.
You're not wrong in predicting it, and how you
And
predict.
actually, he could have beat Usyk too if the ref would have called that the proper shot. He beats Usyk.
Usyk called it, but Usyk played it perfectly,
Yeah,
laying on the mat for as long as he
but it
did.
wasn't a low blow though. We know
No,
that. But so the ball's dangerous, man. He's a future man. He's a beast.
well, that's it, right? I mean, maybe this is why if Usyk wins again, then we're not going to get a rematch. I don't
No,
think,
it's done. No,
right?
he's done.
That means then Usyk retires because he knows he'd probably have to face Dynamite again.
He doesn't want to do that. No,
He doesn't want to do that.
no, I don't blame the guy. He's
No,
dangerous.
no. All right, brother man. I think we got 4 solid rounds in the bag. But tell me, do we have anything in boxing history and
Yes, and it's
history?
interesting. This week in boxing, I actually watched this fight in 2011 at that pub in Surrey. There, I remember one of my wrestling buddies told me who works the bar there. He said, "Hey, they're putting on the Cotto fight. Come watch it at Jack's." So I went and watched it there. They don't do boxing there anymore. So Miguel Cotto got his revenge against Antonio Margarito. Why I say he got his revenge? The first fight they fought, Margarito stopped him, TKO. Ref stopped him, but he had his gloves loaded with plaster. Okay, got suspended for that.
Yeah.
Came back. They fought. Madison Square Garden 2011 sold out. Cotto actually ended up stopping him in the 10th round. And Margarito got bloodied. He got battered. Cotto hit him hard. The gloves weren't loaded. Cotto takes him. Great fight. Good event. And we just lost today. Just happened a few hours ago. Israel Vasquez just passed away today from cancer.
Yeah.
He was only 47 years old.
Yes.
Former champion, warrior, and he's best known for his fights with Rafael Marquez. Had a couple fights there. Passed away, so rest in peace to that former champion. Yeah.
No, respect, man, to all the warriors out there. Doesn't matter what level you're at. You guys are fighting, man, and you're putting everything on the line to entertain us. So respect to those guys. Now back to the boxing history that we were just talking about here.
Cotto Margarito.
So you have a guy who loaded his gloves.
Yep. Trainers, yeah.
Right. And basically got a slap on the wrist and was able to fight again. Yet guys smoke a little dope or do something like that, and you're suspended for life. I don't get it.
I know.
That
and the
makes no
finish
sense.
and the sad part about Margarito is because he was a tough guy. Some people say Floyd avoided him. His last fight ever was at Cowboy Stadium, and Manny Pacquiao broke his orbital bone in his face. He never fought again. And Cotto's like 6'1", Margarito's like 6'6", and Pacquiao's 5'6". So
well, that's karma for you too, right?
Yep.
That's karma for you. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, my trainer today. Yeah, your hand's right there.
No, he knew.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I mean,
first
right?
time he did. First time he got caught.
Yeah. So the reality of that is karma catches up to you. Mm-hmm. I think I'm more surprised that it's a slap on the wrist for having a loaded glove. But if you smoke a little pot, well, you're suspended for life.
Yeah, well, they're easing up on that now, but I know what you're saying.
No, you know what I mean. I'm exaggerating it a bit, but it is what it is. All right, Mr. Michaels, let's wrap it up here. It's a beautiful day out there. Let's just carry on. We got places to go and people to see. But yeah, man, let's just keep it going. Let's keep this momentum back. Let's get the fans back. Guys and girls, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for everything that you're bringing to us. Please like and subscribe. Please, in the comments, let us know what you think, what you want to see, so we can make this better as we progress forward. I'm Bobby Sampson. He's Mr. Chance Michaels.
And in the words of the great AC/DC, those that download, like, and subscribe to the podcast, we salute you.
We do salute you. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, do not stop working hard. Keep working hard. It doesn't matter what you're trying to achieve. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. If you believe in it, keep working it. Anyone who tries to tell you different, they don't want you to win because they're afraid of winning themselves. Samp and Chance are out.